Alrighty, you all. I am buttoning a few things up to change the carpet. I had to remove the dead petal, so I figured I'd go over what I did and how I did. This is a partial kit from a Jeep Wrangler. There's actually a bracket that attaches to this piece that goes into the body of the Wrangler and bolts up to some pre-existing things. So obviously we don't have that on the View. So I just used what I needed, which was the pedal itself and this riser piece. See, they sit together like so. I measured everything out with this panel so that everything would clear, and I ran in these self-tapping screws. There's a lot of dense foam behind here. This one actually couldn't catch any metal. This one did. And it came out, that innermost one, well, at least to the fender well anyway, came out right there. Perfect. It caught metal, it's gonna hold, no worries. He's nice and solid, and the other one's just there to kind of balance everything and keep it from moving about. It does not matter because there's enough threads to catch, so that's all that's important when lining these guys up. So yeah, so that will line up thusly. I need to put little rubber things in here to kind of center this, little grommets. I replaced these with these little studs, you see here. And I put the nut, threaded it down, and it stopped right here. And then I was able to run this piece in the existing hole that came out in the fender well. That way, that works a heck of a lot easier for reinstalling. I don't have to pull these long screws out if I ever need to do any maintenance on anything. I wanted to do a more permanent setup when I got this carpet installed, so I will have to clearance the carpet ever so slightly. I just wanted to show you the basic setup. So I clearanced the carpet ever so slightly because it was in the way of the bracket. It wouldn't sit down. Actually, I'm gonna have to trim it a little more, just in that small corner there. There we go. That fits perfect. Now I found these little guys, and they're gonna work like half grommets. And I'm going to stick them in there to kind of take up the wobble, because the studs are smaller than that slat. Alright, see how they kind of fit in there? And that'll help locate everything and stop the jiggling. And then I'll just run them down with the nuts and the washers off of this onto these studs. And I can't remember if I said or not, but those are studs I just had laying around. I didn't pick them particularly for any reason, but they turned out to be just the right diameter to do what I needed it to do. I'm going to button those down. I'm going to need two hands to kind of control all this and check back in. This little Warrior set from Harbor Freight worked great. It's got a magnet in there, because those little guys are horrible to try and thread. So that worked great to get that in there and get it started. Got them in, run in, so we're good to go. Nice and firm. That's where I set it, where you see that little mark there. These came with these little Allen heads, but they go in through and engage into the threads there, through those holes. I'm going to try and do it where y'all can see, but it becomes quite difficult on trying to line everything up. There we go. I'm just kind of running it in with my fingers thusly, getting it started. This other side's going to be a little bit more of a pain just because of the angle. I think I'm going in. Yep, I see it now. Get on there. Okay. There. Okay. There it is. Man, that was a pain in the butt. Here's this guy installed. And what I did is I have industrial strength Velcro along this edge. And this is a Corvette dead pedal. Here you see there were studs on it because on the Corvette it actually pushes in place. Well, this was the closest I could get that kind of matched the look of the Redline View version. This is the closest I could find that was in the correct dimensions. Industrial strength Velcro along these edges. There. Nothing fancy. I didn't want to drill any holes in it because then that's more that you can get caught on. And in case, God willing, I needed to take this off in a hurry for any reason, I can. I didn't want to mount it together permanently because that would make it hard to get to those fasteners on the backside. But that's the finished look of that custom dead pedal that I did. So you don't have to go this route, but that's what I ended up choosing, and the dimensions match very well with the View. I'm quite happy with the overall look. It doesn't look like the cheap ones that you just bolt on, and you don't have to worry about anything getting hung. Everything is nice and secure, so I'm very pleased. All right, let's talk pedal upgrade. I saw that the Redlines had the stainless pedals, and I went down a rabbit hole and researched and researched and researched to see if they were able to be purchased. I assumed it was similar to how the Civics are, where it was a either a rubber piece that went over the factory original or it bolted on. That did not go like I had planned. I had to source everything in pieces with literally no parts departments that wanted to give me any information. This is from a Honda Accord, a kit out of China, of course. I'll put the information in the description for that. I decided to do that because you couldn't use the Redline pedal cover on the standard View setup, and I'll show you why in just a second. And that is actually a legit Redline pedal assembly, which I purchased off of eBay. All right, here in the sun, you can see my original off the View. And here is one out of a Redline. It's an 0607 Redline that I got from the junkyard. I pulled the assembly as a just in case, because if anything electrically goes wrong, the only way you can get this is with the whole assembly. And they're easy enough to get to. You need a ratcheting wrench, not a socket because you can't get up in there. And you'll have to remove, I believe they're 10 millimeter. There's one there, and then two in the lower. Just be careful if you use a ratcheting one that yours is reversible, because if you go too far and you can't ratchet it back in, you'll get stuck between the air conditioning piping that's up under the car. And that is a bad juju moment. You don't want to be caught in that situation and can't get your part out and can't get your tool out and you're stuck at the junkyard. You don't want to know what I went through to do this. And it was before I was making videos, so apologies there. But it's pretty straightforward. The hardest part is getting at these weather pack connectors when they're in the car. I had a video where I had to clean the wiring on mine, and I'll link that in and show you all that. This little piece is actually a safety clip. You have to push down on this, and then this whole plastic piece slides out, and then you can depress the tab to remove this. So what I ended up doing is I actually removed the whole assembly, brought it down, and then fussed with the wiring when it was in the floorboard. Because doing it any other way was, yeah, you'll see in that other video, it was a pain in the butt, if you're curious. They're definitely dimensionally different. No clue as to why. It's pretty stupid, but whatever, GM. So then I went down the rabbit hole on the brake pedal, and I was able to source this one. This is a GM original, and it is rubber. Here's one from the junkyard. See, so it does just slip on and off. So I thought, oh, okay, great. So I ordered it from dude. He didn't give me dimensions. He just said, I don't know, but here's the part number, in case you need it for your Redline. And no, it doesn't fit the standard factory view, because the standard factory view is that size. Hence me needing to use the Accord one. I actually took measurements for the Accord. Well, I took measurements of mine and matched it up with the Accord, because those generic slip-ons, they're pretty good about giving you proper dimensions. Cameron had gotten me this one, and I was able to source that one, but could not get it to install. So I went to the junkyard, and y'all remember that video where I talked about getting the pedals. Yeah, I got this out, and I really couldn't tell you how, because it was a wing and a prayer and cussing and cursing, and there's fasteners, and getting them out is hard enough. This is the where this goes on. So obviously you get that apart and you think you're home free and you can actually get this brake assembly. But no, 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 no. That's nope, nope, no bueno. You got to remove those there and there. And I thought these, but no. I mean, this is just a piece of metal. Maybe if I had removed that, it would have made pulling this out easier, because you see there's all these little clamps and clips and whatnot. But this whole freaking thing is like wedged into the body in such a manner that getting all of it apart, I mean, it was literally, there's no way I could film it, because it was a fight, just beyond belief, getting it out. So bad that I'm not going to change it and put it in my car, even though I have a new pedal cover. If something goes wrong with my assembly, then yes. See, you've even got this little piece here. If there's some reason that I have to, absolutely have to get up in there, and you've got up here and there, then I will. But this is not for the faint of heart, and I don't know if you're supposed to have completely disassembled portions of the dash first, or stuff in the engine bay. I don't know. It's awful, and I have it because I was bound and determined at that point not to lose the battle. But yeah, you can see all the prying I had to do, and banging and beating and whatnot to get this out. So this is straight, but that poor car at the junkyard was not pretty, which is why I'm not going to do it to mine. But yeah, that's, you see the difference there. So hence using the Accord. But I wanted to at least give you guys an overview on that, in case anybody was interested in doing something similar that looked like it could have been factory to a point. You see how the Accord one is very similar to this. There you go, you guys. There's that. And I like it. I like the way it feels. I haven't had any issues with any slippaging with my feet. No pedals coming off, slipping off, nothing like that. I just wanted to share that with y'all. So you know the deal. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, bump it up in the algorithm so other folks can see it. Like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. Give me some comments. Tell me, any of y'all gone down this same route or found another workaround? I'd love to hear about it. Let me know. All right, take care.